The work from home disaster. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. I'll tell you who's not doing great right now. If you own commercial office space, you're in big trouble. We are now what's called the urban doom loop. Really bad stuff. I'm going to cut over and show you the definition or explain it a little more in a moment. If you don't know what it is, stay tuned and buckle up and strap in. It's not good, friends. It's not good. And it was all triggered. I've found myself saying this more than once. And even as I started reporting during the crisis, if it's not for the crisis, we're probably not talking today. This was all crisis driven. And one of the biggest byproducts the crisis delivered was work from home. Work from home is now threatening to actually send us into another financial crisis. This is tied to banks, my friends. 95 million square feet of office space in New York City alone is vacant. Offices all across America in all our metros, all our urban areas are now going for about 40% below what they were selling for prior to the crisis. This is crisis driven. I don't know if it's on accident or on purpose, but they're doing a phenomenal job of crushing this economy. But I believe this is actually quite possibly our black swan event. You know, just like we blamed 2008 on, subprime mortgages, that was what did it. It was the subprime, those lenders, it was their fault. Maybe. I don't know, but they were the fall guy. They took the blame. They contributed to or were the sole contributing factor to the last crash. This one will be pinned on something more specific. Every recession or depression or correction always got pinned on something. In 1929, the last Great Depression, it was a stock market crash. That's what did it. Who knows? There's always a fall guy. But one of the things I believe we're seeing right now, because we're seeing real estate holders now absolutely walking away from buildings, giving these buildings back to the banks, and the banks, as we speak, are being auctioned off at cities all across America. There are people right now bidding on office buildings, pennies on the dollar. It's insane. You have Class A, Class B, and Class C commercial real estate. Class A, these flagship, Taj Mahals, they're doing okay, but all the other ones are getting slammed. And now we see them trying to get them reassigned to residential because they want to say we have a housing shortage. We don't have a housing shortage. We had a housing bubble due to the crisis, due to low interest rates and stifling supply and putting upward pressure on it. It's an affordability crisis, not a supply crisis. Now we have some people kind of locked at home with the golden handcuffs, they want to call it. A lot of it will trickle out a little slower because some people locked in those low rates and they put so much pressure to buy those properties. The last thing they want to do is give it up, right? They'll ride that thing down like the Titanic. But I don't care if you have 0% interest. If you can't keep up with your housing payment or your cost of living due to inflation and everything else, here in crazy, wacky California, if your insurance policy gets canceled, which is what they're doing, you're paying 4 times the amount that you were prior to the crisis to pull a policy. HOA fees, chime in the comments. What's yours doing? Are they going down? Or have your HOA fees went down? No. They're going up in spectacular fashion. Everything is going up. But we have what's called the urban doom loop occurring right now. And like I said, friends, this is commercial real estate. Work from home. Well, so it's great. All right, work from home. I'm going to move over here and just work from home. Well, if you still have your job, you're getting pulled back to the office. But their companies are downsizing. So we have 40% price reductions on average in commercial real estate. That's insanity. We have massive amounts, about a 50% occupancy rate across the nation. This is tied to banks. And these companies that have these real estate holdings, these commercial real estate owners, they're walking away from the buildings. They're just letting the banks know, hey, we just want to let you know we're no longer paying. We're leaving the keys under the mat. And because real estate's held separately, these banks can't come over after their other assets. Insane. It's really insane. So let's jump over and take a look at what an urban doom loop is, and then meet back here to see if that's something we need to pay attention to or not. Let's get started. All right, friends, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, maybe even put on an economic face mask if you can find one. And if you own commercial real estate, you might want to wear too. You're about to enter the dreaded urban doom loop. What is the doom loop? The doom is the loss of revenue. The loop, the vicious cycle that becomes difficult to stop. And that's what's going on all across America. From a city planning and municipal government's lens, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And this thing is playing out right before our very eyes. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. It's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. Remember that what I used to always say this, insanity. A recession is like a tornado. It will get stuff caught up in its vortex and just start taking stuff along for the ride. This is a perfect example. Like I always say, throw a dart at an economic challenge map. You're hitting something threatening this economy. What we're seeing now is similar as what we saw in 2008 and subprime mortgage loans being the cause or blame for the great financial crisis. I believe this urban doom loop, this commercial real estate that's being liquidated as we speak. My town, I've talked about this. We got 2 malls in our town. Both malls have an anchor store on opposing ends of the mall to bring traffic in for the rest of the stores. All the anchor stores are gone. They're trying to reassign them to mixed use or residential, whatever they can. But the city is blocking it. Now they're finally at least talking about it. But by the time anything happens, it'll be too late. We'll already be knee deep in a recession. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a real estate guy that wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark-infested commercial real estate. Welcome to the swimming pool. This is a bad look. Luckily for the people watching today, the first step of getting past a problem, admit there's a problem. Failing to plan is planning to fail. If you halfway expect this, you'll be less like a deer in the headlights if or when it plays out. This, if we end up in another recession, which we will, it just now depends. Could the crisis be the catalyst that delivers the next recession? Logic and history would tell you, of course it is. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. We will look at something. These are tied to the banks. I think the banks are being put under a massive stress test. A lot of this stuff's being swept under the rug to try to keep you warm and fuzzy until the elections or whatever the case may be. But one thing's for sure, something is playing out, and I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It would be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. God bless. I'll see you on the next video.